Welcome to the District Playbook. I'm Patrick Jenkins, and this is where we break down the plays, celebrate the wins, and tell the stories of our district. From the East Bank to the West Bank, we're spotlighting the rivalries, the road to championships, and the student athletes who make it all happen. But before we introduce today's guests, let's take a look back at some of last week's scores. Last week we had Patrick Taylor and Haynes to play a showdown game for District 9-3A championship. Haynes came out on top with a score of 47-35. Congratulations to Haynes Yellow Jackets on their win. Also, Riverdale season stands at 9-1 with a win against East Jefferson. Also, we have John Eric Football won last week as well, 21-0 against Higgins. And Bonnabel defeated West Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson beat Jefferson Rise 42-14. Today, we're joined by Coach Longo from the Riverdale Rebels and Coach Anthony from the Bonnabel Bruins. Welcome to the District Playbook. Good to have you today.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so before we get into it, guys, I've been waiting for this game for at least a week now. And I know you guys have been waiting. A lot of things are playing for this game. We have a district championship that's on the line for both of you. And also, we also want to talk to you about your program as well. So before we get into the district championship and all this other stuff, I want you to just kind of tell me a little bit how y'all got here. So Coach Anthony, let's start off with you first. How did you get to Bonnabel? How did this all start?
Honestly, growing up a kid in New Orleans from Louisiana, went to Card, played at LSU. This was my first coaching gig last year. I was the D-line coach here at Bonnabel and got afforded the opportunity and a blessing to be the head coach today. And it's truly been a blessing.
Awesome, awesome. What did you do at LSU? What position did you play?
I played defensive end. I was on the 2019 championship team.
Okay, all right. So we can get a couple of those players to come back. Jefferson, you know.
Fine. Yeah. No, I had a couple, one or two come back and just, give back to the guys or come speak to them and just pouring them. Like our kids need to see that, just to let them know that it's obtainable, no matter where you come from.
That's awesome. That's all. Now you had a surprise this year from the Saints. So what was that? What was that surprise about at the beginning of the school year?
It was really a surprise. I was not expecting it. They kept me. Mike and them did a great job of keeping it away because I had no idea what was going on. When I walked in the room, I still didn't know. I knew Alante Taylor plays for the Saints. I know him very well. So not to even hear from him for a while. And when they did it, it's crazy because I was talking to the principal ahead of time when I first got the job about some of the things that we needed, just to enhance and get the kids going and just to enhance the program as a whole. And, the Saints come by and do this. It was truly a blessing and great.
Awesome, awesome. So we got some new helmets from the Saints. We definitely appreciate the Saints. And so Coach Longo, tell me how you got here at Riverdale and tell me your story.
It's been a long journey for me.
Yes, sir.
So Riverdale, been a Riverdale guy since high school.
Awesome.
Brother was a Riverdale guy. Aunts was a Riverdale ladies. So kind of been bred into me about being a Riverdale Rebel.
Yes.
So been coaching there 23 years. Been any coach you could think of, but quarterbacks, I will not touch a quarterback. I will mess them up. But past 15 years, I've been a linebacker coach, defensive coordinator. Luckily, got the job this time when it came open, and we've just been grinding ever since.
Awesome, awesome. So tell me about, last year to this year. Last year, you guys had a particular record. I want you to talk about that and where you are right now. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, last year we were 5-4. Had a couple games we thought we should have won, could have won, but a couple things happened, but that's all right. This year we're trying to make up for that. Same group of juniors we had last year. We had 20 juniors. We 18 seniors this year. Lost a couple, but, doing good. But before that, this whole senior class is a vision that me, Coach Walker, and all our staff had when they were in 8th grade. So, we sold them on Riverdale when they were in the 8th grade, and we kept them together. They didn't go all these other places. And now the proof is going on. 8-1 right now in the season with the group of kids that we kept for 4 years, keeping them in the program, teaching them what's going on and how to win.
That's right, and that's important. Now, Coach, you're pretty humble about that 8-1, but I've been looking at your scores. It's been 50, 42, 36, 45, 42, 58. You've been putting up some big numbers at Riverdale. What's going on over there? Those guys, I had a chance to catch one of that quarterback you got and some of those running backs. They're doing the do over there. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, quarterback Lance Simmons was a starter for his freshman, sophomore year. Tore his ACL as a sophomore, game 8, but still finished the season. Had to sit last year. Rita Gonzalez had a great season for us and helped us out. But him coming back, it's just a totally different game because he'll pull the ball, run on you, throw on you. Yeah. But then we have Torrance Signal, which is an outstanding receiver. Zach Brown, outstanding receiver. And Byron's been over 1,000 yards 3 years in a row as our running back. Yeah. So, like I said, this group of seniors that come up are very special. Yes. You know, and behind them we have Armani McKinney, which is a great receiver. Sayor Farrell actually transferred back to us from Bonnabel a couple years ago. So he helps out a lot, too, for us. And but like I said, we're putting it all together and put it on the field.
That's awesome. So Coach, we were talking before the broadcast about your record, what happened last year, where you are right now, and the history behind it. Can you give us a little bit about that?
You know, coming in, it was, for me, is just setting the culture and the foundation of what we wanted this new Bonnabel team to be. We wanted to change the narrative. You know, last year we went regular season 5-5, lost to East Jeff in the first round of the playoffs, so 5-6. But you know, coming in as the new head coach, it wasn't really about wins and losses for me. It's really getting these kids to buy in to what I was trying to implement as far as the structure, the discipline, and everything else kind of just happened on its own. And them hearing my story and pouring in those guys and getting the right coaching staff around them, they started to see from our work as the coaching staff that, you know, what we was trying to do. And once they started buying in and seeing the difference we were trying to make and the change they bought in, and it was all she wrote after that. So that comes with, you know, the high scoring games, the you know, stopping teams on defensively to no points and things like that. Just really seeing them, you know, really buy into the culture. And beforehand, I always tell them at the end of the game, does it make sense now? Because, you know, during the summer, us coming in, it was a lot. Yes. It was a lot. It was new to them. You know, some people were a little bit, you know, hard against change. Yes. But now it's starting to make sense why, you know, the 110s, the extra practices, the late nights, early mornings during the summer and things like that. But now it's just, you know, to see it come, you know, into fruition, it's a beautiful thing. And the kids are really seeing it now. And us, you know, offensively, you know, we just want to make a statement. Every game we want to make a statement.
So tell me about that history a little bit. So you telling me that this might be the first time that you guys making the playoffs in a while.
Yeah. Well, we went to the playoffs last year. The year before they made it on a record. They did make it to playoffs, but now it's just a little bit different for us. You know, especially having the opportunity to play in a district championship. Bonnabel hasn't done that since '98.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah, so it's been a year, like I said, of setting the culture and also too, you know, being different. Like when we played John Ehret, that was another statement that we wanted to make because Bonnabel hasn't beaten John Ehret in I don't know how many years. I think it was 8 or 9 years. That was step one. You know, having a winning record. Yes. Bonnabel hasn't had a winning record in a while. Yes. So that was another statement we want to make. And then having an opportunity to play in a district championship since '98 is a huge opportunity that we want to take advantage of.
That's big time. And so, you know, for those folks out there that may not know, look, Bonnabel's been hanging some scores out there, scoring almost averaging about 38 points a game too. So we got 40 and 38. You know, something has to happen at doing this game. So we hanging up numbers like 40 and 62, 52, 52, 59, you know, a game. That's some points right there, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, coming in this morning, I'm getting hyped for this interview this morning. I had some of that Zitty Will on, and he was like, uh-oh. Mm-hmm. So I know you guys, your players are listening to that, and they're getting hyped up for the game. So let's get a little hype. So we got the district championship on the line. Friday night. You know, Crescent City Sports is going to be broadcasting it live for us. You're going to have the fans coming. What do we need to tell the fans? How do we get that? We want to pack the stadium, right? We want to pack Yenni. What do we need to do to get your players out there and the community out there to support both of your teams?
I mean, honestly, for me, and I know Mark can speak, it's just, you know, we haven't been in our school haven't had this opportunity in a long time.
That's right.
So we want to bring back those, those teams, those fans who support us throughout this whole year, and also too just support the kids, bring the community, because this is more about them more than anything than it is about us. It's about them to have this opportunity to showcase their talent and all the hard work they've been putting in throughout this whole season. And just not this season, but as we go into playoffs, but just getting everybody to come out and support the kids. Would love to see that. Just that there's a lot of people behind them and supporting them.
Okay,
Right,
Coach
right.
Longo?
So yeah, we're just trying to get that whole Riverdale community, Riverdale family out there. We have never competed for a district championship, a legit district champion. This is the first time since 1980 we have ever.
Wow.
So
big time.
like I said, this is the most wins we ever had in a year.
Yes.
Our game last week was packed. We were packed pretty good. Everybody's kind of seeing it, realizing it, and getting involved. Okay. They loving us. We give the love back to them. It's a big thing for us to pack both sides, because I know we're gonna have some fireworks go on in this game.
That's right.
We got some big receivers. They got big receivers. We both have left-handed quarterbacks.
Right.
I mean, it's gonna be something to be seen. Yes. Come out and you will not be disappointed in this game. This is really like a second, third round playoff game we're about to play.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
So listen, y'all both hanging 38 and 40 points a game. Tell me about your defense. What's the defense going to do? I mean, because if y'all hanging those kind of points up, somebody has to stop somebody at some point during this game.
It honestly,
gonna happen?
it could be a defensive game or offensive game. Just like with our offense and our defense, on both sides of the ball, like we both been scoring points and we both been stopping people. So it's really to see what kind of game is going to be. It could be a defensive game where it's a tight game, or it could be an offense where it's high scoring. It's really just coming out there and just doing our best and giving our best.
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, it's the same way. I mean, our linebackers have been scoring balls, picking, corners are picking, safeties, I ain't gonna lie, they've been dropping a lot, but we still been picking balls.
That's why they defensive play.
That's right. But same thing. We've been holding guys. Our starters have been holding guys to single digit, 20 yards total. I don't think we had like a team over 100 yards versus our starting defense. Okay. So, I mean, it's the same thing with them. They have a great D-line. We have a great D-line. Our linebacker cores are the same. I mean, we've been talking about this since summer. Since we've been working. Believe it or not, I mean, him and me have been grinding so much in the summer. Every week we see each other all summer long at a 7-on-7, something like this. And we've been seeing each other grow and get better. And
y'all have a special relationship. I don't know if you want to talk about it on camera, but something unique happened with y'all relationship before y'all even became head coaches. It's up to you if you want to talk about it, but I'm just throwing it out there.
It's just crazy how things happen. Me and Mark was talking like a while back. This was like during the summer. I want to say before the summer.
Before the summer, way before the summer, Coach. Before the new year.
Yeah.
Before the new year.
This spring of last year, and we were just talking. Just chopping it up at a wrestling meet.
Coaches.
Yeah, as assistant coaches, just we were both trying to figure out, their head coach, stepped down, my head coach stepped down. So it's really just like, hey, what you doing? What's next for both of us? And it's really just like, we'll see. So it's just crazy now us having that conversation and not knowing what's going to happen on both ends or what we're going to do. Right. We just knew there was an opportunity there. Right. And we both were going to take advantage of it. And then from that point, it's just like we both got blessed with the opportunity to be here. Yep. And it's just crazy now sitting next to each other as head coaches and as, changing the narratives in both of our programs. Right. Man, it's wild. But it's a good thing to see.
Yeah, it was a blessing. Like I said, same thing with him, talking back and forth. He'll bounce things off of me. I bounce ideas off of him. Two new head coaches trying to bring our programs to this new generation of football, not the old stuff that everybody used to do. Right. I mean, when I tell you we've been working, Coach will call me, I'll call him, and we in contact more than I think sometimes than the schools with us.
Right. That's right. And that's a great thing. I talked to the coaches last week from West Jeff and also John Airy, and they're saying the same thing, right? That mentor, that relationship that they both have, but that competitive nature. Yeah. So that's what it's going to come down to, right? Everybody wants to win. Somebody has to win this game. Right. But even more importantly than winning the game, it's about the playoffs, right? Right now, both of you are ranked, I think 13th and 22, if I remember correctly, in the last power rankings. Yeah. So playoff position is important.
Right.
This game is not only at stake a district championship, but positioning for the playoffs. Yes. So tell me a little bit about that playoff positioning, Coach. Go first.
Well, we get this win this week. This will bump us up. I think we'll go back up to number 10 in the power rankings. Yeah. It'll help Coach out, too. I mean, regardless, win or lose, everybody's getting points Coach has 6 wins.
Yeah.
6 wins. We have 8 wins. Regardless of the flip, Coach is going to get more points. I'll get more points. Yeah. You know, the guys we have in postseason need to do that. Preseason, do that thing too.
But being number 10 gets you 2 home games, right?
Being number 10 gets you 2,
So-
and that's
so
big.
that's big.
That's big.
Yeah.
So
That's
so
big.
now you're looking at first time ever being in the playoffs, hosting, most wins on a season. I mean, that's huge for the Riverdale family and community. Huge.
right.
You know, and that's big for my assistant coach. I have assistant coaches that played for me too.
That's right.
And you know, this is the first time they're on the ride with us too. So this is a journey for our team, our coaches, our community, everybody around us. You know?
So for Riverdale, it's not just a district championship. We're talking about playoff positioning, 2 home games in the playoff potentially. That's big deal.
Yes.
And then for Bonnabel at 22, you winning that game, that can move you up,
Yes.
meaning you may be able to get a home game
Right.
somewhere
Yep.
along the
Exactly.
line
Exactly.
in there. So
So that's that. That's what we're playing for. Is just better positioning in the playoffs. That's why this game is big for us too. But you know, I just like to tell my guys 1-0. You know, all we can focus on is this game right now. Playoffs, the way everything's going to happen after that is going to happen the way it's supposed to. So our objective is to win now, win this game, focus on this game right now, so that we can set ourselves up to be in a good position come playoffs.
That's awesome. Thank y'all, coaches. I appreciate it. But you know, before we transition to the next segment, tell me a little bit more about your players. You gave me a little bit, Mr. Coach Longo. I'm gonna call you Doctor, man.
Hey,
I'm about to put you a doctor right now.
It's all right. It's all right.
Tell me a little bit about your players, some of the highlights, spotlight some of the players that you have on your team that's doing some awesome things right now.
We have a lot of guys, especially going back to our offense, our high-powered offense. Quarterback leading it off, KP, Carl Perkins. He has been doing a beautiful, beautiful job, and that's kudos to my quarterback coach, Alden Clark. He was my quarterback when I was at Carr. So him coming in and getting with him during the summer, man, now you see the development and how good he is with reading defenses, making plays, making great throws. He's over 1,000 yards right now. Tyree Brewer coming in. He was a transfer in from Destrehan. He's really been amazing. He's a freakish athlete. Now, I haven't seen nothing like that in a while. He's been doing great in the run game and really can play anything. I really have to contain him. But he's been really doing good. And then our wide receiving core with Elijah White, Raheem playing both sides of the ball at receiver. They've been really doing a good job. And then our defense has been playing like shutout. I'm a big defensive line guy, so I'm a big defensive guy too. So it's all on us all the time. Like regardless if the offense is scoring how many points they want or not. Yeah. Hey, look, they shouldn't score. It's simple. Like defense wins championships at the end of the day. And me being a D-line guy, I mean, the D-line has just been outstanding. You got Quincy Jackson at the end. You got Dorian Hervey. You got Marvin. All these guys are seniors, and they've been playing outstanding. Guys that can play everything. I can move around, do what I want with them. Our secondary has been great. Alfred Lee, I mean, people rarely even throw the ball to him. Yeah. But that just kudos to the work that he's put in. And all these guys are seniors. So, you know, just to see that development in the last 2 years until now, it's just been amazing. It's been amazing.
Awesome. That's awesome. So both of you guys have about 18 to 20 seasons each. So that's big, having some experience coming. But Coach, I don't want to forget about you. Tell me a little bit more about your players. Anybody you may have forgotten the first time around.
Yeah, we got Byron, our running back. He's third year, over 1,000 yards right now. Our quarterback, Lance Simmons, he's over 1,000 yards passing, right about 500 yards rushing. Torrance over 700 yards catching. Sayor and all them are averaging right around 400 yards on the season. You know, offensive line is pretty solid with our kids. Yeah. Our defensive line, same thing. I'm a big guy, defense guy. I'm a linebacker guy. You know, our linebacker, Cole Moses, crazy. Got 3 picks, 2 touchdowns. He's leading on tackles. Darnell's a junior defensive end. He has 14 sacks right now on the season. Wow. You know, yes sir, yes sir.
That's a lot of sacks,
Coach. He's a baller now. And then you got KJ Keith Walton's another guy. You know, Greg Parish came from Grace King when they shut it down. He came over, doing a great job for us. Mylan Allen's another transfer we got from Grace King, doing a great job. We have characters, 5, 6 kids that rotate constantly with us, and they all players for us. Yes. And they make a huge difference for us, Coach.
Yeah. Well, look, I am looking forward to this game. I know all the fans are looking forward to this game. I need y'all to come out and support both of these programs. It's going to be lights out offensively, defensively, and you're going to get your money's worth in this game. This is going to be it for all the marbles. We're going to be playing for district championship. We're playing for playoff positioning. You can't get anything, as T.O. would say, get your popcorn ready. So thank you, coaches. I appreciate you guys coming on today, giving us some insight, and then reminding us that the game is more than about winning. It's about growth. It's about pride. It's about teamwork. And when it comes together, when both of the teams come together and the talent comes together, we're going to shout out a player from each of your teams this week who stood out recently at the last game. This week's player spotlights are Tyree Brewer from Bonnabel and Byron Pellet from Riverdale. Tyree, running back at Bonnabel, he's averaging 940 yards and 14 yards per carry. He's also has a receiving yards of 120 yards, and he also has 10 touchdowns and averaging 104 yards per game. Byron from Riverdale is a running back as well. His season rush yards are 1,045 yards. He's averaging 9.9 yards per carry, and his receiving yardage is 103 yards with 16 touchdowns for the year. That's the kind of drive and humility that shows what Jefferson Parish athletics are all about: hard work, respect, and resilience. Now let's take a quick lap around the district to see what's happening in other sports this week. Special thanks to Crescent City Sports for doing a live broadcast of the 9-3A District Championship between Haynes Academy and Patrick Taylor. We also want to thank them for being able to do a live broadcast coverage for the Riverdale and Bonnabel game. In volleyball, we want to congratulate both Kenner Discovery and Haynes Academy for their district championships. Also, we want to congratulate Haynes Academy volleyball player Marilyn Vautier on being selected for the 2025 East All-Star team. We also have volleyball that will be starting this week, and we have some possible playoff matchups. We're looking at number 28 John Eric versus number 5 North Shore. In Division 2, we're looking at number 23 Patrick Taylor versus number 10 Bell Chase. Number 8 Kenner Discovery at number 25 East St. John. And in Division 3, number 4 Haynes versus number 29 Port Allen. And in Division 4, number 15 Thomas Jefferson versus number 18 Loyola Prep. And lastly, we have number 19 Fisher versus number 14 Cavalry Baptist. We want to congratulate everyone for making the playoffs, and we look forward to seeing you and competing throughout the remainder of the season. From the East Bank to the West Bank, it's clear. Every corner of our district is full of talent, passion, and community pride, which brings us to next week's episode featuring Haynes volleyball coach and Patrick Taylor's swim coach to talk about their winning seasons. That's all for our episode of the District Playbook. If you like today's episode, make sure you follow us, subscribe, and share the District Playbook because we've got a full season ahead. Interviews with coaches, highlights, and stories that prove that the game is bigger than the score. Until next time, keep grinding, keep cheering, and keep playing with heart.